How's it going, Laser Bruce? I'm Sixkilla and welcome back to Birth Me Code. Now, you'll remember we had to take a break there in the middle of the last episode on this path to the next ending, which might be a legitimate ending, I don't know, because we were out of time after solving the puzzles and stuff. Let's kick off where we were at, the Sally Ann test, whatever that is. How about that Sally Ann test? What is it? And I'm still dubious about you, NVIDIA. I demand some explanations. Oh, demand, do you? Well, in that case, fuck you. The survivors had left the room, and now in the hallway, Tricity was inquiring to finally get some answers out of NVIDIA. However, NVIDIA wasn't getting straight to the point yet. Seems like the first is our answer, and the second... Can I even say it? I guess I can. We're this far in, so it doesn't matter. Ankora's dead anyway. Why is that girl so important? Coherence. Anyway, I know the mastermind's Avaritia. I didn't ask about her, but about you. And either way, she's dead now. I guess I owe Lux some apologies. Now that I can give them to... Not that I can give them to her now. Except Lux is a boy. Dangerous. A dangerous boy that gave Ankura a scarring that somehow can last through time, triggering when she hears the word hope. You might want to correct that. Lux is a boy. Wait, really? Could have fooled me. Did, in fact. Yeah. Girls trust him because he's cute and looks like a girl, but when they learn the truth, they all shun him, so he grows forceful with them. That's his sin, you know. I see. Don't think this absolves you anyway. I had my eye on you. Gula did not comment. Instead, she remained a little further apart from the group of two. It seemed as though she might have been deep in thought. Yeah, well, she trusted Lux, didn't she? NVIDIA chose not to disturb her. Instead, he gave a nod of his head toward the hallway. Let's go back to the voting booths. We only have 10 minutes or so to put in the me cards. But we're short 16 me cards, so we can't even do this. NVIDIA grabbed the bowls from the floor. We can do it with this. Or we could if Ankura was still alive. Do you know what the Sally Ann test is? Feels like you're gonna tell me. It goes something along the lines of... There is Sally, and there is Ann. Sally has a marble and a basket. Anne has a box. Sally puts the marble in her basket and subsequently leaves. Then Anne takes the marble from the basket and puts it in the box while Sally is away. When Sally comes back, which of the basket and box will she check for the marble? Obviously she's going to check the basket. It's a test because it's used to determine whether children can differentiate from their point of view and another person's point of view. I've heard of that, yeah. The reason why it's so important here is we're going to do the same thing that some exceptionally dangerous drugs have been made to do, which is attributing false beliefs to someone. Do you know how the Bible begins? Something about God creating the world in 6 days? I'm not especially religious, so that kind of thing goes over my head. Correct. On the 6th day, God witnessed the world and sees that all he made was good. Well, it's a little like an epiphany. Once you know something, you can't unknow it. Sometimes epiphanies come on their own too. The logic behind the Sally Ann test being used in this manner is to trick God. Right now, it is no longer possible to do that because... No, wait, maybe it's still possible. Or would have been possible. Either way, it would create a real miracle, right then and there. It doesn't make any sense. You can't just... You can. It's all a matter of perspectives. Belief is the strongest of abilities, but it's not enough for us to believe because we are a part of this world already. We are the ones being observed. God has to believe so strongly, yet so fragilely, any truth could break it. Were we to fulfill the necessary clauses for the Sally Ann test, would we have a way to exit this terrible predicament? If Ankura was still alive, I keep saying that, but I think it would maybe still be possible. I keep it vague because the moment I explain it, the trick will no longer work. At least, if God is watching. You can bet God's watching. Which he probably is. See, God isn't omnipotent, or omnipresent. Thankfully, too. God is attracted to interesting situations, so he's probably around here somewhere. Maybe he's in someone's head. Hold up, all of this is ridiculous. Let's go back to the main room. Ah, and having psychic powers isn't ridiculous? You're as inconsistent as you are dumb. I thought you were smart, but you don't seem to be making any of your previous connections this time around. Well, maybe you have, and you're hiding it. Nvidia said nothing, picking up the bowls and carrying them with him as the three of them made their move to return to the room with all the voting machines. Shit got all theological on us over here. Who knew that was going to happen? Not me. Geez, it's far away. Arriving there, they noticed something was missing. What was missing became apparent upon counting the dead bodies. Avaritia was not there. No dead body was, actually. Shit. So Ava wasn't dead? Of course not. Would you rig your own machine to terminate yourself upon failure if you had full control over this installation? No, I don't think it's that. There's something else here. Maybe what we see isn't true sometimes. We've only seen the others with these helmets on. Don't give too much away, Viddy. Leave some for the finale. A gunshot resonated after that, blasting Tristidia to the side. As the shotgun Avaritia wielded fumed, the male's helmet exploded. She shot right through his head, which was now gone in a torrential blast. What are you gonna do? Her tone changed the moment she noticed Avaritia was aiming at her next. I'm gonna end this game. There's nothing else to do with this one, and we're still on path. Don't kill me, please. It's inevitable, but you'll be back, so don't worry. I'll answer one question before that, however. Choose wisely. Avaritia wasn't even reloading the shotgun. Was it even loaded to begin with? Sixkilla wondered the same thing about the gun too. The cow-themed girl was taking her time and picking out a question to answer. The timer was ticking down, and those 10 minutes were gradually diminishing to 5. Soon, there wouldn't be any time to do anything else. Pray tell then, why does this entire place exist? I can't say that yet. I'll grace you another question instead. Then I want to know who you two really are. Is that better? That I can answer. Partially. I'm attain Ecofilm and his name is Marco. I can also say that I am not, in fact, the teacher you might remember, but a much older woman. The one named Marco, uninterested, looked away for a moment. I guess our business is done then. Wait. But Attain did not wait. In the next moment, Sixkilla was blasted away by the seemingly empty shotgun. She fell to the ground, and much like the rest, her head exploded, rendering her body without a controlling center. Alright, me. Terminate the game. The timer disappeared as I disabled it. This is a bit of a mess. We have a lot of cleanup to do, Ava. Can I stop calling you Ava? I guess it's fine now. You know what to do with Pandora, right? After that, we're in the clear. And is it necessary to give my name away like that? It's hilarious that you of all people would ask that. Stop complaining and get to work. Just tell Pandora what you have to tell her. This time it's a bust, but we're very close. I have no idea what you're talking about. Alright, fine. Pandora, you have to listen closely. Whatever you do here, you can't stop us. You can't stop our little game. We'll keep on doing this forever. Every single one of these animals here will suffer eternally. We've gotten them trapped in here because they have sinned to the highest degree. Murder, arson, assault, torture, harmful falsification of the truth, and more. But that's still not right. You took over everything. We didn't take over anything. This is our game from the beginning. Did you think you had any control? Pandora, if anyone's a usurper, it's you, not me. Ugh. I can't believe this. No, I'll go back. I'll go back to where this all started and stop here. You can't do anything from where you are. Not now or before or any time. You're wrong, Marco. I'll help everyone escape. I'll go back and everyone will leave. You're cute when you're confrontational. Hey, attain, did you... But he couldn't say anything else. Attain aimed the shotgun at his face and suddenly pulled the trigger. This time the shotgun had real ammo. She'd been reloading it while he was busy with me. He didn't even scream. He fell to the ground and the helmet was destroyed. It didn't explode. I couldn't see anything else anymore. I couldn't see anything, but I could still hear. The code to unlock the box is... oh crap. 20141119. 2014 was Superbia's birth year, remember? It's a very strange but special number indeed. 19th of November 2014, wasn't it? That's all Superbia's birthday. I'll see you later. Something felt extremely wrong with this. It took me a short while around, as much as a microsecond, but I mulled over these details. I realized what felt so wrong about them. The number 20141119 kind of looks like... but the trust activated. Ah. Hello. Who am I talking to? Who are you? I'm me. You can call me Pandora, if you want. Okay then, Pandora. Who am I? You are Marco. No, that's not right. I mean, yes, it sounds like it. But I don't think that's my name. Ah, right. You were the other one. Your name is Mark. That's very close to Marco, actually. Right, that makes more sense now. Mark. Mark Tremblay. Thank you, now I remember. Not that it matters, since you're dead. Am I dead? Oh, that's annoying. Will my sisters make it? None of them are here. They'll all live. Good, I envy them. You shouldn't. Your travels are over now. They have many hardships still. In that way, you were lucky. But I want to be alive. Even if I committed a crime. Do you recall your crime? If you don't, it was falsification. You sent an innocent to prison instead of your father. Ah, that's right. A murder. They suspected my father because he was always around the kid. But then they got kidnapped. Kidnapped and murdered by a schoolgirl. A schoolgirl and her companion, in fact. But that's neither here nor there. Are we talking about Era and Superbia? Must be. You're right, it has nothing to do with me anymore. Did I do the right thing, though? Who knows? I'm not here to judge you. I only know that you were otherwise very social. Despite your upbringing as last child, you had a good lot. You had friends you played laser tag with. Everything was going well for you, but you joined my emptiness. That was a mistake. But then you couldn't have saved your father. But maybe you shouldn't have. Well, I don't regret any of it. All of these years were part of me, even the failures. Good, we're out of time. Dust to dust, ashes to ashes. You've surrendered your right to live. I'll now carry your memory. Thank you. It's all coming together now. The box remains shut. Is it going to be a dead end, or is it going to be a different flavour of end? Or not the end? And what's that going to open next? Dead end. Okay. Alright, I'll bring you back once we're back at the flowchart. Alright, we are back at the flowchart, and I don't know what... Oh, okay, we can get down here now. Excellent. Oh, because we got the code to open the box, and that'll bring us that way. Right? So what about these? Like this one here, and this one here, and this one over here. How do we get to those? Okay, so after spending about half an hour farting around with options, this is the closest I can get, I think. This leaves this path open, and this path still open, unfortunately. I thought it would lock off this path so that I had to go that way, but it's also opened this path. Now, because we can get in through the bottom. This looks like it avoids all of the locks. I don't know if it's going to work. We're going to jump in and see what happens. I feel like we're close. Where am I? This is different, isn't it? Floating. I'm floating. Floating in a sea of nothing. No, it's not different. Before everything was dark. Now I know that you're here. The thought is comforting. Please don't go. Not yet. I need you here right now. But it's useless, isn't it? I already know you'll kill me. And God was us all that had been made, and indeed, it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the sixth day. Okay, this is different. Choose me if you value the present. Choose us if you value the future. I choose us if you value the future then. And we got a new puzzle. Whew. My brain needs a rest, man. It's not built for this stuff. Become third. What does that mean? Third also means 3. I realised that. To become third, start with 1. Really? One, two, three? Really? Okay. Good, good. I'm glad that was an easy one. What's going to happen now, though? This might have to be broken into multiple episodes. I feel like this is going to be a long one. You and me now make us. Thanks. Oh, is it like NVIDIA and Pandora mixed? Or what? Or Ancora mixed? Or is it Pandora and Pandora mixed? The classroom was silent. In the room were 3 individuals. One of them was asleep. The others weren't. One of those awake was me. I stood up. With my helmet finally active, I could see how this room went of my own view, with my own body. It was different. Next to me were Gulla and Luxuria. That's right. I was in that other room. Ah, the one where we died. The one they killed before, and that other time. It was me. Somehow. It won't take long for Gulla to wake up. Luxuria's already up though, and I can see she was the culprit behind the black spots on Gulla's top. Oh, you're finally up. You're lucky. Luckier than this girl at least. The small girl addressed me while throwing away a black marker pen. No, it wasn't a girl. It was a boy. I remembered then. The trauma of that boy. The scarring of his physical assault. It wasn't my scarring though. It was Ancora's. Thankfully, I'm not Ancora. I'm Pandora. Not that lucky considering where we are. But where are we? Which school? Is it... What we're in is not a school. However, it does look like a school. Don't be too focused on the appearances. Huh? What's the difference between a school and this place then? Because we're in a classroom, no? I don't actually know. All this just sneaked up on me out of nowhere. Right now we have to wait for Gulla to wake up. Which she'll do soon. Probably. Gulla? Is that her name? Sounds weird. No weirder than your own, Luxuria. That's super uncute. But I guess you're right. That name does ring a bell, somehow. I could almost feel him pout under his helmet. Very shortly, Gulla came to her senses too. She, much like Luxuria, questioned where she was, and I answered in much the same way. After she was told her name, she retorted in kind. Pray pardon my inquiry, but it truly feels as though you were quite knowledgeable about our current predicament. What are you... She rubbed 2 hands over her face, over her helmet, before continuing. I mean we. What are we adorned with? These unsightly helmets serve which purpose? They look a little like animal heads. As for their purpose, I think it'll be made clear to us soon. Interesting, I suppose. But I desire to remove it. It was at that moment that I cut them off, or rather me did. Everyone's vision became empty. Black. The exterior didn't let any sound come in. Soon another kind of scenery appeared. A girl followed. It was me. Who was me? Much like before, I, or more precisely my avatar, began talking after a very brief moment of silence. Hello everyone and welcome to your unfortunate but warranted prison. My name is me, and meeting you at last is entirely my pleasure, I assure you. Please remain silent, as no one can hear you, and this is a very important recording you will only hear once. It is shared to all 9 of you, to keep the playing field fair. First I will be telling you a few rules that will be very important, so make sure to listen closely. As that honeyed voice flowed forth, the pose on the screen changed as if to indicate a different emotion. However, the tonality was unchanging, clashing with what was shown. The helmet you wear is very special. If you attempt to remove it, you'll be surrendering your right to live. So I would please urge you to not do that. Or do it if you want. It's no skin off my back. No, really. I don't have skin. I'm just an avatar. The avatar's tone grew colder with those words, but it was back to normal as quickly as it had first changed. I understand it is very uncomfortable, but if you wish to get rid of it, you'll have to follow my instructions later. For the time being, you're stuck with it. Now, a very important fact, I am merely an image that represents someone in your group. Your goal in this game is to kill me. To that effect, the game we play is called, you guessed it, Kill Me. After you've killed me, you'll be one step closer to escaping this hellhole I've put you in. Please accept my sincerest apologies for that too. If there was any other way, I would have taken it. Unfortunately, your time is not infinite. You have a total of 6 hours to bring about my death. Should the allotted time expire, you will all surrender your right to live. The thought is so very unbearable. Speaking of time limits, when you're in a room like this one, your time limit is shortened to 39 minutes. You are locked in this room until you figure something out, preferably within the allotted time. What you have to figure out changes with each room, except for these first rooms. In these first rooms, all 3 groups will have to figure out what links all of you together. Don't worry, I made it a little easy, because the time will have been ticking down 30 minutes while I spoke. See, I am fair, as long as you obey the rules. The chilling stare made its appearance once more, only to be replaced with their normal, kinder eyes afterwards. Don't worry. As soon as you figure out the answer, simply say, "Let me out," followed by the answer, and the door will automatically come unlocked. Unfortunately, if your answer is wrong, then the one who said it will surrender their right to live. I trust you understand this means that if you senselessly scream for me to let you out, you will merely die, so please do not do it. Or do it if you want. If you animals value your life so little, then be my guest. I'll talk more about the Kill Me game once you're out. I have one last thing of note to tell you before I go. When you escape, the door will close behind your group, and you will not be allowed to come back, ever. Make absolutely sure to collect the keycards and any weird keys you find here. To disable cheating, you're not allowed to take any item out with you that isn't one of the final containers of these deduction rooms. Now, you know what to do. Following that crazy recording, the screen was replaced with the normal view of the classroom. Something feels a little wrong with that recording, but I can't put my finger on what. Maybe it was the last part? It's different. What? What was that? I believe that was a message provided to us by our captor. I would prefer dismissing it as an obtuse farce, yet elements such as these uncomfortable helmets lead me to believe all of the arrangements to be true to me's speech. In short, we are confined here and must escape. But, last thing I remember there was a small pause from the small boy. I can't say, I don't think it wouldn't be good. Have you two heard what she said? We need to hurry out of here. Start searching the rooms now, or we'll surrender our right to live. Can we introduce ourselves first? The only thing that comes to mind is Luxuria. And to mine, Gulla. But that's less palatable than the other options. Simply call me Ulla. Oh, we can pick our own nickname? I'll go with Lux then. What about you? He addressed me. A part of me wanted to shake him out of his cute act, but I knew that if I was not careful, it would cost me my life. The other part of me wanted to see him try taking it. I wasn't Ancora. He couldn't tackle me down. I'm Pandora. That's what they call me, at least. Just like Gulla and Luxuria. Sorry, Ulla and Lux. It's not my real name. Pandora, I see. Pandora? I like Pandora. It's cute. We should start searching now that that's settled. Since the time is going down, I guess. I can't use the Ancora moniker since Ancora herself will get it. And it never was mine to begin with. It was the other girl's nickname. I'm Pandora. I will foil the usurpers, even if it means saving everyone. Okay, now we're the Blue Bear Girl, and we have a new deduction room. Is this the same as the other deduction room? Looks the same. I don't care to search anything. I know the answer to leave here already, I suppose. I'm only interested in one thing. The one thing I remember seeing in the other classroom and I couldn't open. I need to find it again and enter that code. I need to see what's inside that box. Okay. I wrote the code down. It's right here. I stood in front of the box that caused me no end of headaches. It had always been at the back of my mind. What is its purpose? What is inside? It has never been opened before. You're not seriously thinking about lifting this encapsulating device, are you? I have attempted such a few minutes ago to no avail. And if Ulla can't do it, then I don't think I can either. This box? If I can lift it? I figured I may as well humor Gulla on that one. With both hands I grabbed the sides and put forth all of my energy into lifting the box. I almost fell flat on my ass when I pulled the box a decimeter off the floor without really putting any strength into it. It's really light, actually. I let it fall to the ground, expecting it to comically bounce as if it was made of rubber. However, it gave a solid noise, as if a truck had crashed into the wall. I stared at the box, bewildered. I questioned myself on the reason why I could lift it with such ease while they struggled so much. I also looked around it, trying to find a keypad to enter the code from before. How can you lift it so easily? I could feel how heavy it was from over here. Gilla remained silent. I put the first 4 numbers into the keypad. I really wanted to finally see what was inside the box. The first 4. 2, 0, 1, 4. The first part was in, and it was correct. I readied for the second part. 1, 1, 1, 9. The box unlocked. I quickly opened the metallic lid. Inside was nothing. The entire box contained nothing but a large block of concrete. On it was engraved the question, "Who are you?" and nothing else. What have you unearthed? Who are you? What kind of question is that? Right after that, everyone's vision obscured themselves once more. What is this? What does it mean? Me reappeared. Congratulations. Someone opened the box. How fitting that it was Pandora herself. Well, actually, you were made for that, so it's really on purpose, sister. Your entire group of 9 will now receive a reward from me. Every door in this place is now open and unlocked. However, you'll still have to go through all of my little game. It just has changed a little from the original plan. The next directives are for Pandora. Send everyone to a separate room. Make sure they enter alone in each of those rooms. The doors will lock as normal, and they will have to solve them alone. You can organize that, right? You're Pandora after all. You're the leader of my emptiness. That's correct. That's what links you all here. Sorry to break the surprise. Oops. You're not really that Pandora, are you? You're the Pandora of this place. You and her, you're different people, but I'm sure you understood that already. So I want everyone else to understand that too. It's not her you have to kill. It's me. That's why it's called Kill Me and not Kill Pandora. As I said, plans have changed. Gather all of the keycards, all of the me cards. Tell me what answers they need to solve on their own rooms. Each of the set of rooms beyond these ones corresponds to one of you. I'll be suspending the vote process indefinitely to that effect. I'm sure 8 of you have no idea what I'm talking about. That's fine. Please simply trust in Pandora. She will lead you out of here. She will release you from this box. Or from this jar, if you want to be referentially correct. Have I forgotten anything? Oh yes. The Sally Ann test. Don't worry over it. In light of these events, I've already disabled 15 of the me card slots. You only need 24 now. Of course, this also means your time limit in each room just fell down to 24 minutes. With Pandora's help, you'll already have the answer and the process to solve them all, so it should be no big deal. I'm still talking, aren't I? Can you blame me for being excited though? This is the culmination of several lifetimes worth of work. The grand design that has been put in motion eons ago is finally about to bring its fruits, and I can finally die. I can't believe you animals are the key to saving the future. If I had to rely on you, I'd kiss my ass goodbye. Saving the future in a manner of speaking. It's more like not screwing up the future, more than saving it. And by the way, forget the whole deal with recordings. This is real time. I'm an AI named Me. Let's stop my messages for now, and reconvene later. I'll take a more palatable way to talk to you a little bit later. Now, you know what to do? Yes. And with that, the recording cut off. True to what Me was saying, the door clicked as it came unlocked, and everyone's timers disappeared. I fear I'll need an additional explanation for what just transpired. My head hurts. Let's get out of here. I don't understand anything. Honestly, I'm a little confused too, but I think I've got the gist of it. Let's go. Okay, we have to decide what room goes to what person. This time, this body isn't going to be killed by the two of them. And yet, it seems as though Attain and Marco already accounted for me unlocking the box. I don't know what's up with this, but I'll overcome that too. I'm coming for the two of you. In a few moments, even. So just you wait. Here we go. We have to introduce ourselves again. Us three emerged into the hallway. It was the first time we'd see the whole group come together. All 9 of us would come out of the rooms and gather up, because I opened the box. Era, Avaritia, and Tristidia came from the far door. My gaze locked onto Avaritia herself. I knew who she was, but I couldn't out her just yet. If she really was behind this machination, I better play along for now. Even someone like me was ready and willing to lie like this. I considered the group, but before I could move to do anything, the other team also emerged. Ancora, Superbia, and Invidia. Him too. He was a traitor. How ironic that in all the groups, there was 1 out of 3 who was in the know. That reminded me about how we had 3 survivors. Attain, Marco, and Ancora survived before. Were they the 3 survivors, or did Attain and Marco not count due to their role? I shook my head to ignore the intrusive thoughts. So, who's Pandora? The boy asked from afar, bellowing the words toward the other groups. Clearly, he'd learned his group didn't have Pandora. None of us 3 are. I'm Superbia, this guy's Invidia, and this blondie is Ancora. I'm Tristidia, she's Avaritia, and he's Era. My designation is Gilla, but I prefer Ulla. The diminutive yet sweet girl by my side is Luxuria, or Lux, and our third constitutes Pandora. It's me. I stepped forward in the middle of them. Everyone examined me. Having everyone's eyes on me was a little stressful, but I steeled my resolve. I think we should just drop the nicknames. What? Why? What if we want to keep them? Then I'll wait a little. But eventually, your name will come out. We'll have to sort out everything. Maybe some of you are focusing on your selfish reasons, and that's fine. That's what I'd expect out of someone in my emptiness. I'm not here for myself, though. Don't worry about it. I know you've known someone named Pandora before, but that's not me. I'm another Pandora. How many Pandoras can there be? This doesn't make any sense. And besides, I don't know if we can trust that. I don't want to do what that girl told us. It seems really fishy, and I don't like it one bit. We might have no choice. Maybe she doesn't like it either. The tension that was building as a result of my pique toward everyone involved was slowly falling, as I made it clear I wasn't going to get in anyone's way. So then, shall we go? Introductions are done, and we have much to do, but so little time. You call those introductions? I barely fucking know anyone here. Maybe that's for the best then. If you want, I can give you a crash course on what's going on. That would benefit my interests. I'm hopelessly confused. Why do you wear the same thing I have? I looked down at my body. Effectively, they were the same clothes. I actually hadn't noticed before. I don't know. Maybe it'll become clearer if we made sense of this. I'll explain the situation now, unless anyone has any other questions like that. Is it important? No offense, girl, but I just want to get the hell out of here. We won't make it out unless we're on the same page. No. So we're just meant to go with what that girl told us? We're just meant to do exactly what the people who put us in here are telling us to do? Would those people give a way out? It's just hard to trust anything here. Like hell it is. I don't want to have anything to do with any of you. But you do, whether you like it or not. You have everything to do with everyone here. The group fell silent, contemplating those words. Where to begin? I considered my options before deciding to begin by my emptiness. You are all delinquents who have committed a crime with a large variance in severity, from falsifying evidence to outright murder. That is because you're in my emptiness, and you're led by someone called Pandora. So far that matches with what I know, yeah. Everyone is in my emptiness. Don't interrupt, please, or I'll lose my train of thought. Either way, I'm not your Pandora, I just have the same name. I've come to learn a great many things here already. The original death game you were put in involved everyone voting to kill 6 out of the 9 of us. It was made a majority decision. Superbia was going to interject, but I quickly continued to cut to the chase. On top of that, we have to recover 39 keycards called me cards, much like the ones you already got out of the saves here. The goal of this entire thing was to kill me, to kill my emptiness. If you check the back of your helmet, there should be a large S printed there. It's one of those cool S symbols you must have seen around the school. I know what this refers to. I don't know why I know it, but I do. That's the emblem of the organization that put you in here. Me included, no doubt. I guess they thought it would be funny to make a school for the cool S. These deduction rooms also serve as education rooms, but for who? Us? I know all this because I've been deceived. I've been made to believe I was someone else entirely, and I'm not happy. Anyway, I want to get you out of here now, but we still have to follow the rules of the game. We have to find all 24 me cards and use the 9-lettered keys in a secret room in the crossroads. The crossroads. That's familiar. Yeah, idiot. We walked around there a lot between classes. It's open in like a square and people just walked around while talking to their friends. Kind of weird if you think about it, but whatever. I never really did that. Yeah, you first need buddies to participate in doing that. Such things don't matter to me. I diffused the situation before it got any worse. As you've already guessed, we're in your school. The Hyacinth Delorme Polyvalent High School. My god. Polyvalent? Ah yeah, I remember now. What makes it a polyvalent high school anyway? It's because it's got a variety of things, I think. It's only like that here in Quebec. Who the fuck cares? So Pandora, how do we get the fuck out of here? Will they really do what I tell them to? Taking care of this band of animals is going to be harder than I thought. You'll have to do everything I say. Are you okay with that? Superbia clicked her tongue. She really hated being told what to do. If I have to, after everyone else gets their orders first, and then I'll only consider it. I guess it's as good as it's going to get with you. The rest of them seemed fine with the demands. Whether or not they agreed to it out of goodwill, I couldn't really know yet. Without any more waste of time, we set off in the motion to leave the hallway. Alright, we need to wrap this episode up here because we are well out of time for today, but I think there will probably only be one more episode, but we'll see. We'll see. Till then, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.